having my daughter influence my music, that's super easy. She just changed me as a person, period, just in the sense that now I have something that I will kill for without any hesitation. I love her to death, and I want to see her be good. And my goal in life is to do that. So with this project, my goal is to drop it and make $1 million and go from being homeless like we were to some nice place, somewhere very nice. And I'll just buy myself this big ass fucking trophy, and I'll just put Father of the Year on it, and I'll just sign my name. And then I'm gonna throw a big ass fucking party and invite all my fucking fans and all my fucking haters, and we're just gonna celebrate like Tony Stark and Iron Man. That's my fucking goal. That's my end goal for 2016. That's my daughter. I love her to death. I wish I was with her right now, to be honest. I miss her to death. I got her sock in my pocket. This is something I love talking about. Should be the whole interview. My entire project actually is based off her. You know, people ask me why isn't it here yet? You know, my daughter's born on Christmas. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to experience it, like really experience it so that I could tell the story. You know, like I just live my life and then put it in songs. Like a lot of guys don't live their raps. They talk a lot of shit. Or, you know, they just hit you with generic pop shit that's like good for the radio for a few weeks or whatever. But like I want to make long lasting music. You know, I want people to really fuck with it. I want my daughter to be good. And I want her mother to be good as well. So that's my goal. My daughter is 9 months old. She was born on December 25th. She is the definition of a gift. She's the cutest thing in the entire world. Sometimes I'll pretend like she's top 3 cutest babies so I don't offend anybody, you know, but she's number 1. Yeah, fatherhood is the best. It's the fucking best. It's the reason why I'm doing anything. I had a lot of motivation always. I was always very driven. You know, it wasn't like I was complacent, I had my daughter, and you know, I was just gifted with just a different mentality, and all it is like you got something that you absolutely will kill for. When I was working on This Ain't 2012, and I don't know if this is the most memorable, but it's the one that came to mind now. I had that song for a while, but it was lacking something as far as the message I wanted to deliver, because that song had to do with my daughter, and I wanted to capture the beauty of her. That song, in the hook, I'm saying, I grind all the time, put my life in this shit. Like my life on the line. And that song has to do with the drive we mentioned earlier. That song is me being homeless, sleeping in my friend's room, next to my girlfriend, next to my daughter. So for a very long time, I would wake up and the first thing I would see is a room that was not mine. Second thing I would see is my girlfriend absolutely exhausted from taking care of my daughter during the night. Third thing I would see every time without fail was my daughter either sleeping or greeting me with a smile or trying to climb on top of me or doing, you know, things like that. And I wanted to capture that moment of absolute bliss on the record. So I was filming her the other day and she was saying daddy. It was like her first time saying daddy, and I was like, this is super lit. I gotta film this so like 20 years from now, her mom's not saying her first word was mom, it was daddy, you know? So I was filming it and I decided to put it on the record. So I was in the studio and I finally stripped the vocal, put it on the song, and I heard the song from front to back for the first time. And I heard that grind, 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 drive. And then I heard that breakdown with the strings like crashing with the guitar and like this super sweet and almost like a paradise, like this super bright moment that just comes in out of nowhere, like almost as fast as like a car crash in real life. It's like you don't have time. You know, you don't go, oh shit, I'm about to get hit by a car. You just get hit or you don't, you know? And that's what happened with that part of the song. And it goes from that really sweet moment into that really dark moment, which was me understanding in order to have this bliss, to have this heaven, to have this nirvana, I have to go out into the real world. Shit has to get real. I have to go out and murder everything moving so that I can come home and do absolutely nothing but be a dad. So that's probably my most memorable moment, was hearing that song from front to back for the first time with her vocals on it. Plus she got the feature, you know, like, who knows, like 6 months from now that song might blow up, she might be getting checks. It's fantastic. That's just a moment that I remember recently in the studio. I just remember hearing it from front to back and like working on the song over and over and over again and then having that moment and it being everything I knew it could be. I think it's a beautiful piece of music that affects people when they hear it, so It's dope. How did Black Sheep Nirvana come about? Well, the project is, again, like, it's based off my daughter. Her name is Xylo Haley Nirvana Leon. I've said this before, but like I always wanted to be Ice Cube. But as I was growing up and learning about myself and trying to be true to myself, like an artist I identified with more was Kurt Cobain. And really, I wanted to have that moment where I could speak for an entire population as they did when they came in. Michael Jackson was #1 at the time. Nirvana came in with this new sound that was grungy and aggressive and not traditional, and they managed to become #1 and speak for every teenager on the planet at the time. And that's what I want to do with this, is I want to help the youth as music helped me when I was young. So that's where the Nirvana comes from, as well as it just being my daughter. So I'm that black sheep chasing Nirvana. I'm that black sheep killing and murdering everything moving so that I can create this Nirvana for my daughter, Haley Nirvana. And that's the goal of the project, is again to become Father of the Year.
My song Fuck La Policia was gonna be on this movie. I remember that they didn't put it on there though because the producer, he had some stuff going on, but it wasn't really like that. Said he had problems with his management.
You know, one of my label mates went to prison, and I was kind of like the next one up, but I wasn't prepared. Everyone knew that as far as the label goes.
I'll usually start with the chorus, get the melody of it. Lots of time I'll voice note, or if I'm right, like if I'm on the road, I'll just voice note it. If I'm in the studio, I'll go right in the booth and just start humming out ideas.
Work hard. Just know that everything that you see doesn't come easy. I always say, man, like the little bit you guys get to see from me, it took me a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears to give y'all this.